In this video, we are going to continue chemical properties of ammonia. In this heading, the first one is action of heat. Above 500 degrees Celsius, ammonia decomposes into its elements, that is nitrogen and hydrogen. So above 500 degrees Celsius, ammonia is converted into nitrogen and hydrogen. The decomposition may be accelerated by metallic catalyst. So for this reaction, we can use nickel, iron or use as a catalyst. Almost complete dissociation occurs on continuous sparking. So in this reaction, it is completely dissociated into nitrogen and hydrogen. Next reaction with air and oxygen. Ammonia is reacted with air or oxygen. Ammonia does not burn in air. But burns freely in free oxygen with yellowish flame to give nitrogen and steam. Ammonia does not burn in air, that means does not react with air, but burns freely in free oxygen. So air also contains oxygen, but ammonia does not react with air, but ammonia it can react with free oxygen with yellowish flame to give nitrogen and steam, water. In presence of catalysts like platinum, it burns to produce nitric oxide, that is NO. This process is used for manufacture of nitric acid and this known as Astwald process. Astwald process means preparation of nitric acid. So in reaction with air or oxygen, two reactions are given. In first part, it does not react with air, but it can react with free oxygen. Ammonia react with free oxygen means it can produce N2 and steam. But in presence of catalyst, ammonia react with oxygen means it can produce nitric oxide. This reaction is used for the preparation of nitric acid and this process is known as Ostwald process. Next one, reducing property. Ammonia acts as a reducing agent. It reduces metal oxide. To metal. See here. Lead oxide is converted into lead when passed overheated metallic oxide. It reduces metal oxide to metal when passed overheated metallic oxide. See this reaction. 3PbO lead oxide is reacted with two molecules of ammonia. These two nitrogen is removed as N2. From this 3PbO, 3Pb is removed. Remaining this 6 hydrogen takes 3 oxygen means it removed as 3H2O. So lead oxide is converted into lead by reacting with ammonia. So here reduction takes place because PbO is reduced to Pb because of its ammonia. So here ammonia is act as a reducing agent. So ammonia having reducing property. Ammonia act as a reducing agent. Topic, reaction with acids. When treated with acid, it forms ammonium salts. Ammonia is treated with acids, it forms ammonium salt. This reaction shows that affinity of ammonia for proton is greater than water. That means, example, see here, this is ammonia. is react with acid means it forms ammonium chloride NH4Cl. Ammonia react with acids, it forms ammonium salts, ammonium chloride. This reaction shows that affinity of ammonia for proton. That means ammonia is having greater affinity towards proton. It can easily attract H plus. That's all. Ammonia, it can easily attract H plus than water. Water also can attract H plus and form H3O plus. But comparing the tendency of water, ammonia is having greater tendency to attract H plus. That only given here. Next one, reaction with chlorine and chlorides. Ammonia react with chlorine and chlorides. Ammonia is reacted with chlorine. In second reaction, ammonia is reacted with chlorides. This is chlorine, this is chloride. Ammonia react with chlorine to give ammonium chloride as a final product. The reactions are different under different conditions. In first reaction, ammonia react with chlorine means it can produce nitrogen and HCl. That HCl again reacted with ammonia and produce ammonium chloride. So ammonium chloride is the final product. Ammonia react with either chlorine or chloride. Ammonium chloride is a final product. Ammonia react with chlorine means first it produce nitrogen and HCl. That HCl again react with ammonia and produce ammonium chloride. This is for chlorine. If is reacted with chloride salt means second reaction takes place. Ammonia react with hydrogen chloride to produce ammonium chloride. The reactions are different under different conditions. With the excess of chlorine, ammonia react to give nitrogen trichloride NCl3. It is an explosive substance. So NH3 react with 6Cl2 gives NCl3 and 6HCl. In second reaction, ammonia react with HCl means it can produce ammonium chloride. So two conditions are given. The reactions are different under different condition. Two conditions are given. First condition with the excess of ammonia. Second condition with the excess of chlorine. With excess of ammonia means first ammonia is reacted with chlorine means it produces N2 and HCl. That HCl is reacted with the excess ammonia and to produce ammonium chloride. In second condition, excess of chlorine. So here also ammonia is reacted with the chlorine. So here excess of chlorine takes place. So all the hydrogens in ammonia are replaced by chlorine. So NCl3 is obtained with HCl. That HCl again react with ammonia means it can produce ammonium chloride. So in both conditions, ammonium chloride is a final product. Formation of amides and nitride with a strong electropositive metal like sodium, and magnesium is also given as an example. With a strong electropositive metal like sodium, ammonia forms amide. Example, sodium is reacted with ammonia means it produces sodium amide. While it forms nitride with metals like magnesium. Magnesium is reacted with ammonia means it can produce magnesium nitride. So two reactions are possible. With the active metals like sodium, it can produce amide, and with a metal like magnesium it can produce nitride salt. In both reaction, see here, hydrogen only liberated. Here 2 hydrogen only liberated. Here all the 6 hydrogens are liberated. That is the difference. With metallic salt, ammonia react with metallic salt to give metal hydroxide. Ammonia react with metallic salt to give metal hydroxide. In case of iron are forming complexes in case of copper. Iron means it can produce hydroxide. Copper means it can produce complexes. Complexes means what? Coordination compounds. Cu, NH3,4, 2+. So ammonia react with metallic salts to give metal hydroxide, or it can form complexes. So 2 examples are given, one for iron, another one for copper. Formation of amine. Ammonia forms ammoniated compounds. Ammonia forms ammoniated compounds by ion dipole attraction. Example, CaCl2 dot 8 NH3. See this compound. This is the example. In this, the negative end of ammonia dipole is attracted to the calcium. So it can also act as a ligand and form coordination compound. For that example, CONH3 3 plus, AgNH3 twice plus. For example, when excess of ammonia is added to the aqueous solution of copper sulfate, deep blue color compound CuNH3,4 2 plus is formed. What are the points are given here? Ammonia forms ammoniated compound. See, this is the ammoniated compounds. Ammoniated compound means addition of ammonia takes place. See here, with the calcium chloride, ammonia is also added. It is represented by dot 8 H2O. 8 molecules of ammonia is added to calcium chloride. This is called as ammoniated compound. So ammonia forms ammoniated compounds by ion dipole attraction. In this, negative end of ammonia dipole is attracted to calcium 2 plus. Why this type of compound is formed? Because the negative end of ammonia dipole is attracted to, already you know, opposite charge attract with each other. In calcium chloride, calcium having charge Ca2 plus. In ammonia, it is having both positive end and negative end. It can be represented by H plus and remaining NH2 minus. So this is also contains negative part. The negative part is attracted by calcium 2 plus means it can form this type of compounds. So act as a ligand and form coordination compound. For that example is given CONH3 3 plus, AgNH3 twice plus. For example, when excess ammonia NH3 excess ammonia is added to the aqueous solution of copper sulfate CuSO4, deep blue color coordination compound is formed CuNH3,4 2 plus. This is the another example. Next topic, structure of ammonia. Ammonia molecule is a pyramidal shape. This is look like a pyramid shape. So ammonia looks like a pyramidal shape. In NH bond distance is 1.016 angstrom, and the hydrogen bond distance is 1.645. This is one hydrogen and this is one hydrogen. The distance between these two hydrogen is 1.645 angstrom with bond angle 107 degree. So bond angle between two hydrogen is 107 degree. The structure of ammonia may be regarded as a tetrahedral shape with one lone pair of electron in one tetrahedral position. Hence it has a pyramidal shape is shown in figure. Actually this is the tetrahedral shape. This is the tetrahedral shape. In this shape, one of the tetrahedral position is occupied by lone pair. Remaining 3 position only is occupied by hydrogen. So only it is having pyramidal shape. This is the structure of ammonia. So with this topic, chemical properties of ammonia and structure of ammonia over. Next topic, allotropic forms of phosphorus. Allotropic forms of phosphorus. Remaining portions or deleted portions. So allotropic forms of phosphorus. Phosphorus has several allotropic modifications, of which the 3 forms, namely white phosphorus, red phosphorus, black phosphorus. Mostly 3 allotropic forms of phosphorus is available. One is white phosphorus, another one red phosphorus and black phosphorus. These are the allotropes are generally common. First, what do you mean by allotrope? Allotrope means similar chemical properties but different physical properties. Example already we learned in our last lesson, P block 1. Diamond and graphite both are the allotropes of carbon. Both diamond, costliest one, and graphite, cheapest one, both are contains carbon only. So both are reacted means chemical reaction is similar only. But their physical properties is different. So both are having same chemical properties but different physical properties, that is called as allotrope. Now we are going to learn allotropic forms of phosphorus. So all are contains phosphorus only but exist as a different physical states, physical forms. Mainly white phosphorus, red phosphorus and black phosphorus are available. The freshly prepared white phosphorus is colorless. So physical properties is given. The white phosphorus is colorless but becomes pale yellow due to the formations of layer of red phosphorus upon standing. If standing means it forms yellow color, pale yellow color due to the formations of red phosphorus, and it is also known as yellow phosphorus. It is a poisonous nature and characteristic garlic smell. It glows in a dark due to the oxidation which is called as phosphorescence. And its ignition temperature is very low and hence it undergoes spontaneous combustion in air at room temperature to give P2O5. So many 2 marks can ask from these topics. Mention the allotropic forms of phosphorus means you have to write these 3 names. What is phosphorescence? Means you have to write, or why white phosphorus undergoes spontaneous combustion in air means you have to write this point. It glows in dark due to the oxidation. That yellow phosphorus glows in dark condition due to the oxidation. That process is called as actually phosphorescence. Its ignition temperature is very low, so it undergoes spontaneous combustion in air. This is the main point. Why white phosphorus undergoes spontaneous combustion in air? Because its ignition temperature is very low, so it can easily undergo spontaneous combustion in air at room temperature. So only spontaneous combustion takes place. The white phosphorus can be changed into red phosphorus. White phosphorus can be changed into red phosphorus by heating it 420 degrees Celsius in the absence of air and light. So we can convert white phosphorus to red phosphorus by heating 420 degrees Celsius in the absence of air and light. Unlike white phosphorus, it is not poisonous and does not show phosphorescence. White phosphorus only on standing means it becomes pale yellow. That is yellow phosphorus. Already I told it is poisonous. It is poisonous, and due to the oxidation it glows in dark condition. But red phosphorus, that is, we can convert white phosphorus into red phosphorus by heating at 420 degrees Celsius in absence of air and light. After converting white to red, it is not a poisonous and it will not glow in dark condition. That only given. It does not show phosphorescence. It does not show phosphorescence. It does not ignite at low temperature. For white phosphorus, it has low ignition temperature, so only spontaneous combustion takes place. But here red phosphorus does not ignite at low temperature, so the red phosphorus can be converted back to white phosphorus by boiling. Again we can convert red phosphorus into white phosphorus by boiling in inert atmosphere and then condensing that under water, condensing the vapor under water. What are the points are discussed here? Allotropic forms of phosphorus. Allotropic means same chemical properties but different physical properties. The most common allotropic forms is white phosphorus, red phosphorus and black phosphorus. First we are going to discuss about white phosphorus. White phosphorus on standing means it becomes pale yellow, that is called as yellow phosphorus. It is having poisonous character and garlic smell, and due to oxidation it glows in dark condition, that is called as phosphorescence. So it has three character. One is poisonous, garlic smell and phosphorescence, and another one, ignition temperature is very low. So only spontaneous combustion takes place even at room temperature. We can convert white phosphorus into red phosphorus by heating 420 degrees Celsius. Unlike white, red phosphorus is not poisonous. It does not show phosphorescence and ignition temperature not very low. And we can convert red phosphorus into white phosphorus by boiling in an inert atmosphere and condensing the vapor under water. The phosphorus has a layer structure and also act as a semiconductor. This is one of the uses. Generally phosphorus is used as a semiconductor. The four atoms in phosphorus have polymeric structure with a chain of P4 linked tetrahedrally. The four atoms of phosphorus have polymeric structure with a chain of P4 linked tetrahedrally. Unlike nitrogen, P triple bond P is less stable than P single bond P. Nitrogen, generally we can write N2. The structure of N2 is N triple bond N. Here nitrogen is stable because of triple bond. But P triple bond B is less stable than P single bond B. Hence phosphorus atoms are linked through the single bond rather than triple bond. So only here phosphorus is connected by single bond. In addition to the above, two or more allotropes, namely scarlet and violet phosphorus. Other than white, red, black and yellow, scarlet and violet phosphorus is also known for phosphorus. So this is the allotropic forms of phosphorus. Remaining we will continue in our next video. Thank you.